Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Suyash and this is the fourth video in our series Base64 the must know use cases. In today's video, we are exploring a super practical use case, embedding small files directly into your web page using something called a data URI. Now, if that sounds technical, don't worry, I'll help you understand everything and I'll break it down. Imagine you have a tiny PDF or image that you want to show on a web page, but you don't want to use it separately or make an extra HTTP request for it just to fetch it. So instead, you can convert that file into a base64 string and embed it right into your HTML. This technique is great for offline first apps and self-contained components or just speeding up the page loads by reducing the network calls. We'll walk through how to do this using Spring Boot and Thymeleaf, all inside the same project that we have been building throughout the series. So let's dive in. So for this use case, we do not need any additional dependencies. We have all the dependencies that we need already in our pom.xml file. So let's create the service that will handle our base64 conversion logic. I'll be going to create a package inside this services package, and I'm going to call it as use case 4. And the class I'm going to create over here is will be like inline asset service. And I'll be keeping this inside the use case 4 package to keep things organized. And inside this class, we'll define the path to our sample PDF file. So I'm going to first annotate this class with @service annotation. And then after that, I'm going to create the path. So I'll be declaring it as private and final. Also, I'm going to give it as static so as to add that this is going to be final for us. And I'm going to give it as type of path, and I'm going to call it as PDF underscore path. So this path will be, since we have stored this inside our resources folder itself, the sample PDF, as you can see, I am going to give this path only. So src/main/resources/sample.pdf. So yeah, this will be it for us. And actually, I forgot to use the path dot off method over here. So now it is error free. And then I'll be creating one method that reads the file as a byte array and then encodes it using the base64. So I'm going to call it as public. The return type will be string because we want a string, and I'll name it as get PDF as data URI. And this method will actually throw an IO exception. So I'm going to add this over there. Then I'm going to create the byte array as I said. And I'm going to call it as PDF bytes. And I'm going to use the files dot read all bytes method. And I'm going to pass the PDF path to it so that it can read all the bytes and then store it in the byte array called PDF bytes. And then I'm going to create one string to store the base64 string that we will get after converting it. Then I'm going to use the base64 utility class. And then I'm going to use the get encoder method dot encode to string method. And inside this encode to string method, I'm going to pass this PDF bytes. After this, I'll be just returning this. So this string will be basically data application slash PDF and base 64. And with this string, I'm going to also pass the base64 string that we just have gotten. I think I forgot to concatenate it, so now the error should be gone. Okay, there is, yeah, this comma belongs inside the quotes, not outside it. So yeah, the error is gone. I'm going to save this, and then I'm going to head over to creating the controller. So I'll just also create one package inside this, and I'm going to call it as use case 4. Again, organizing it. Then inside this, I'll be creating the controller inline asset controller, and then I'm going to be annotating this controller with @controller annotation, since this will be a Spring controller, not REST controller. So now inside this controller class, I'm going to create I'm going to actually add the dependency for the service layer that I just created. So I'm going to create an instance of this service, and I'm going to add the annotation @autowired on top of it. Then after this, I'm going to be creating one endpoint, and I'm going to call it as inline PDF. So that will be the mapping for it, and this will be on top of the endpoint show inline PDF. So this method will actually have one uh, parameter in the method signature that will be for model. You can actually think of model as a messenger between your backend Java code and your front-end HTML page. When we write something like model.add attribute, we are basically telling the front end to actually get that value from inside that method and use it while rendering the page. It's like packing a lunchbox with data and handing it to the Thymeleaf so that it can display the data in the browser. In our use case, data URI is a base64 encoded string that represents a PDF file. We want to show this PDF in the browser, so we pass it to the HTML template using the model. So we'll be using model here for that. And after this also, this class will also throw the IO exception. So we are going to add it in the method signature, and I'm going to use a string to actually store that data URI. And this data URI will be coming from inline asset service dot get PDF is data URI method. So we are calling the method over here, and as I said, I'm going to add the model dot add attribute method, and I'm going to call in the data URI, not URL, URI, data URI. I'm going to return this endpoint as inline PDF. So that is fine for now. So after this is done, let's move to templates folder inside the resources package. And inside this template, I'm going to create another of HTML file, and I'm going to call it as inline pdf.html. So as you see, the IDE has already given us some basic structure of HTML as we have created it. So I'm going to actually change it. So I have copied one script and I'm going to paste it over here. So this is basically nothing HTML script. This all just has the iframe tag inside the body along with one heading to actually tell you what we are doing in this HTML page, in this web page. So like what is this iframe tag over here? So iframe is like a window inside your web page that can show you another document. So when you open your page, you will be getting another page like a preview thing, like a PDF or a web page or even a video you can show using the iframe tag over here. Okay, so now let us test if we are getting this PDF on the particular page that we have created. So I'll build this project first, and once it is finished building, I'll run this project now. It will be up and running in a bit. By that time, we should actually open the Chrome browser, and I'll open a new tab, and this is now up and running, I think. So I'll go to the browser now, and I'll actually open up the localhost 8080. Okay, so this endpoint was actually mapped to our WebSocket page, so we will change it. We actually created the inline PDF.html page, and we will be opening that. Okay, so we are getting the white label error. Uh, we'll just go back to the controller and check if we have done the correct mapping over here. So the mapping is correct, and it seems like okay. So basically, when we create controllers with Spring MVC, we actually do not have to mention the file name. We need to mention the mapping that we have given for that particular controller. So we need to remove this .html and then retry. So as you can see that we are getting the iframe, and we are getting one scrollable area inside this page, and the sample PDF that we included over there is working as well. I'll quickly go and inspect this, and you can see that this base64 file is also present over there. Okay, I think we need to just close it from here. Yeah, you can see the original URL is mentioned over here, and this is an embed element as well. I'll just click on inspect over here, and then to elements. The inside the body, you can see the iframe tag that we have written, and this is the data application slash PDF, and this is dynamically loaded from the controller. You can also like copy this entire thing and then paste it inside your HTML. I think with a few tweaks you will be able to get this exact thing without the help of the controller as well. And that's it for the use case. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more practical dev content. Drop a comment if you have used data URIs before, or if you want to see more front end tricks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.